Tteokbokki is something that I used to have all the time after my primary school classes. In literal translation, spicy stir-fried rice cake. It has rich flavor and spicy, sweet and sour as well. And it's very simple to make. Should we jump in already? So for the ingredients, this is for 3 to 4 servings, 500 grams of rice cake, then 200 grams of fish cake, slice of apple, and small half of onion, red pepper flakes. It will be ground in a mixer later on, and sugar, 3 tablespoons, and soy sauce, 1 tablespoon, little bit of ajinomoto, and bit of Korean beef stock as well, spring onions, corn syrups, then salt and pepper. So first, like I said before, we're going to grind the red pepper flakes very fine in a mixer first. Very fine now. The reason behind it, if you don't blend it before you use it, it will be very rough and it's going to be far from a smooth texture from the sauce. And then we go ahead with the other ingredients like sugar. And then I already put 2 teaspoons of beef stock and 0.5 teaspoon of ajinomoto. Put them in. So all the dry ingredients besides some pepper, about a tablespoon of salt, grind it fine again, onion, apple, soy sauce. So at last, we'll be using some corn syrup. The reason why we're using this is because we're boiling this, and if you're using something else, the sweetness will all evaporate and won't last in the food. So you go ahead using corn syrup. 7 tablespoons. Then everything is ready. Just grind them up. Now our sauce is ready. Normally, I'll leave this in the fridge for about a day, but for today, we'll be using just fresh as this. So the spring onions, you don't have to chop it fine or anything. Just cut them in half. Another half. And then the fish cake, like I said before, it usually comes out in shape. It's not really a rectangle like this. So what we're gonna do now here is that we're gonna slice them. So here, I already put some water to boil, 500 milliliters. Put the delicious sauce in. And some others tend to put everything together, but for me, it's way better to put fish cake later on because it has flour in it and it's very easy to be overcooked. So this is boiling now. Drop rice cake, dump in. And then when it starts to boil, we'll be cooking about for 5-10 minutes because the rice cake has a bit of a consistency in it. So if you cook it for only a short period of time, the taste won't be getting into the rice cake itself. Stir occasionally, make sure they're not sticking to the bottom. Make sure all the rice cake is in the soup as well. It was hard in the beginning, but now it's a bit like jelly. About this point, we'll add the fish cake. Give it a mix, bring it up to high heat. Make sure they boil good. It's very important that you use pan rather than pot, so all the sauce can evaporate and make the consistency out of the sauce. And also the flour in the fish cake will make it more thicker. Put the heat low again. Make sure the edge of the pan is clean because we have some sugar and corn syrup in, so they can be burnt easily. It's almost ready. At this point, I'll add spring onion. Bring it to high heat again. Give a quick mix. Make sure all the spring onions are separated. Too low again, boiling too much. Now it's ready. And you can put some tempura in or some hard-boiled eggs. There's a lot of variety in it. You can choose what you like. But generally, something deep fried is really nice. So quick and easy. You already have the ultimate street food from Korea. It really brings me back to my childhood. I can see my primary school in my head already. Yeah, well, I've been sharing these with my friends all the time. And maybe I should do it next time when I'm in Korea. Enjoy!